All right. We are heading home. Well, yeah, we're heading home for the purpose of taking a shower, changing, and then going to my second job because today is Thursday, so I do have my second job today. We're going to talk about something I enjoy, which is photography. My friend and I, good friend of mine, probably my friend for like maybe, 40? No. I'd say at least a decade. How am I? 23? Maybe almost a decade. I don't know. I can't do math right now. But a good friend of my childhood. We went, a good friend of mine and I, we went to downtown Richmond yesterday. I mean, that's where we live, so we just kind of went outside. And we just took pictures. So our goal was actually, we were supposed to just go kind of like shop to shop in the area and see whether or not they were looking for photographers or videographers to advertise their business. Am I overexposed? Let's bring this. There we go. That was the goal. What did we do though? We ended up taking a bunch of pictures. I took 274 in total. I don't know how many he took. I got a couple good ones actually, which I will. Let's see, right here. Which I'll post. What is this? Oh, to my right. Yeah, it'll probably start showing up on my right. I also again will be posting them on my Instagram. But nevertheless, so I was shooting with my Sigma 17 to 40 millimeter, which translates roughly to like a 25 to 60 millimeter full frame equivalent. And man, it was nice. I got some really sick photos. Yeah, I need to do that again, which we are doing again tonight. After my second job, I am going to be meeting him again, and we're actually going to do what we were supposed to do last night. Excuse me. We are going to be going store to store, or shop to shop, however you want to call it, to see if they need photos. If they do, that's great, and if they don't, that's fine. Because I am determined to get clients, and he is determined to get clients, so I will accept as many rejections as possible until I get my client. However long that takes, it'll be what it be. But I ain't stopping until I get what I want. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen tonight, and we're probably gonna go back out and do it again tomorrow night, and then however many nights we need till we can get at least maybe. Well, no, we'll just keep doing it, and just keep making money if we get clients. So that's tonight's goal. Am I gonna be tired in the morning? Yeah. Have I been tired this whole week? Yeah. But yesterday night, I finished the video, the wedding teaser. I don't know if I mentioned it in like previous videos, but I've been working on that, and I was able to finish it last night, and my client loves it, which is great. That's a good feeling, because I've been working on that for a couple months, mainly because I couldn't really find the right music for it. I had a song, but the instrumentals were good, but the lyrics were kind of just. If you keep seeing me reach over here, it's because I'm adjusting the ND filter for the exposure. Goodness, what was I saying? Songs, right. So the instrumental was good. It was what I was looking for. It was that kind of orchestral symphony, but the lyrics were a bit depressing for what I was trying to portray. So that didn't work out because I did want vocals, because I like having vocals and stuff like that. Excuse me. It just adds a different layer, And not everyone likes it, but I like it, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. So I found another video, and I was able to edit it to that video. It came out to about, 2 minutes and I think 4 seconds, which ain't bad. That's actually pretty good length for a teaser. So, yeah. Why is this person slowing down? Like, the light is literally green. Alright, they're still slowing down. Cool. What was I saying? Right, we're gonna take more pictures tonight. I am giving myself a challenge because yesterday I was using the 17 to 40, which again is like a 25 to 60 millimeter. But I want more restriction. So I'm going to shoot on my 2 primes, which is the 9 millimeter, which translates to roughly a 14 millimeter full frame equivalent, which is what you guys are seeing right now. And then I'm going to use my 50 millimeter, which translates roughly to, I believe, 75 or 85 equivalent for full frame. And I am not taking my zoom. Because the thing about a zoom, right, it gives you options. And the thing I kind of want to eliminate are the amount of options that I have, because that determines how I frame things and how I see things. I typically see things from, I'd say 50 millimeter to 85 and maybe even tighter when I just see a picture. I don't know why. I always see pictures, like I always spot them far away, and I view them in my head as if I'm taking it on a zoom lens, if that makes sense to any photographers that are currently watching. So I rarely see things wide, which is why I want to challenge myself with primarily shooting with the 9mm lens today. It's a great lens, don't get me wrong. I'm just not used to shooting wide. But as a photographer and as an artist, and just as a creator, I like that challenge. I've always liked challenges like that. That's why I messed with Legos so much as a kid. And even in my early adult years. And honestly, I still would. The thing is just time, that's all. If I had a job that allotted me more free time, then I would definitely get back into it, because I miss it. I miss the challenge of just looking at the picture and it's like, hey, how the heck am I going to figure this one out? And then I just start from where I think it would start. Or, so let's take like the No Man's Sky ship, for example. If I remember correctly, the first thing I started with was the cockpit design. And I kind of took notes from, let's see if I can remember this correctly, Plo Koon Starfighter. If you guys are familiar with that, if any of you like Star Wars and you like Legos, so therefore you like Lego Star Wars, I believe it was in 2012 or 2013, which were some of the golden years of Star Wars, in my opinion. There was a Plo Koon Starfighter. It was using that old, like kind of Starfighter dome piece. I think it was 2012. I'm gonna say it was 2012. And I really liked that piece. I eventually got it by trading a couple of Legos with my old friend. But anyway, nonetheless, how did I get here? Right, cockpit design. So I noticed that they built sideways to get the curves around or to get the angles necessary around the cockpit, like around the glass. Because technically in Universe, the glass kind of sits, the way it's designed, the glass and the way the cockpit design is kind of symbiotic to each other. So, but Legos don't necessarily work that way. So you kind of have to fake it a little bit. Again, if you work with Legos and design with Legos, you know what I mean. Man, I keep getting off track. Anyway, yeah, so the No Man's Sky set that if you want to see that video, seriously, if you want to see that video, I posted it, what was it, last week or whatever. So, yeah, I did sideways build to get that curvature around the cockpit. It's not perfect, because if you look at a model of it, it's like the Viper No Man's Sky Starfighter. It's more angular than I could get it at that scale, because I wanted to make it minifigure scale. I always like making most of my stuff minifigure scale, just because it could be interacted with, you know, in your imagination, of course, by a person. By person, I mean like a minifigure. So I always wanted to design things to that scale, which brought a lot of difficulty, because if you understand Legos, then you know minifigure scale is really weird Like, you can't truly make something minifigure scale, but you can do your best. So I did my best. Anyway, that is really not the point. My point is the inspiration that I use, which was a set from, like, by the time I started building it, it was a set from almost 8 years ago, and I still remembered it. And I remember it as a kid, just trying to build it and design it. I didn't have the pieces and all that stuff. I really don't know where I'm going, but I like describing this process. So if you're interested, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, I like the design process. I don't like everything I honestly don't like anything creative being easy, because the difficulty brings fulfillment when you've actually figured it out. It was so fulfilling for me to figure out how to design the landing gear in a way where it folds up and it's flush, but it's still very supportive. Like, if I fold out the landing gear and sit the thing on the ground, you can press down on it and the landing gear won't give way, because I built it into the structure, into the fuselage of the whole thing. Yeah, it's just cool. Like, it might stress some parts a little bit, it might flex a little bit, but it won't break under, like, normal play. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I like it. I enjoy it. So back to the photography thing. Tonight, I am going to be challenging myself, because, again, I'm not used to shooting wide. But I did learn, and I really should have figured this out sooner, that my camera can shoot black and white natively. And I was messing with some black and white stuff. Earlier in the video, if I did put the photo there with the motorcycle, or maybe I didn't mention it, but if I did, and I did put it there, you would notice that it's black and white. And that's when I figured out that my camera could do it. And I was like, man. Actually, no, it was before that. Yeah, I figured it out about maybe 30 minutes before that. But I'm glad I figured it out before I saw that bike, because that bike is nice. I like older bikes, or just at least that style of bike. It's cool. Yeah, this is going to be a creative process for me. I'm going to have a lot of images that I won't like, but there most likely will be that one image that stands out. And honestly, that's what I'm going for. And it's gonna be satisfying. It's gonna be fulfilling. It's gonna bring me joy. So I'm looking forward to that. And if I do want a tight shot, I can switch to my 50mm. So I will have that option, but I won't. What I'm doing by taking 2 primes instead of a zoom lens is I'm giving myself friction. Because if I want to switch from, like, the wide angle to, like, a tight shot, I have to open my bag, switch to lenses, and then, recompose my shot. With the zoom lens, you can just zoom out, zoom in. It's easy. But I'm trying not to make it as easy, so I can actually be more creative in a box. And then once I've been as creative as I can inside that box, slowly go outside the box, and then that's when my creativity will really shine, because then I've learned, like, the nuances of a wide angle lens. So now I can compose easily and kind of start to see. Once I can see in that focal range, I feel like I've not necessarily mastered it, but understood it. So I need to learn how to see in a wide focal range instead of always just like a tight focal range, like a 50 to 85, or like maybe a 135, or even tighter, to be honest. Because my brain also just simulates that compression as well. So we'll see. On tomorrow, oh wait, no, this is the last video for the week. Oh, it sucks for you guys, you won't be able to see it. Well, you will actually if you follow my Instagram, because I will be posting photos that I took yesterday. I hopefully will be posting some of them today, and then I'll be posting tonight's photos tomorrow, if that makes any sense to you guys. So if you do want to see those, then follow my Art of the Soul Instagram. I'm probably going to remove my Superfluous Facsimile Instagram, just because I don't really use that one that much anymore, but that does have a good catalog of my photos, so I probably will still keep it there. But my main active one is Art of the Soul. Yeah. And my business one is JD_Aperture 1. So yeah, that's what I got. Sorry if you guys really wanted a longer video yesterday, but I was really excited to go outside and shoot. So a minute and 28 seconds is what you guys were getting that day, but this one's a bit longer. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am almost home, and I have a Chipotle burrito to eat, and I gotta shower, and I gotta change. So I got a lot to do. I also gotta edit this video and start uploading it. So I really do have a lot to do. So hopefully I can compress that in as small of a time frame as possible, because I do need to be at my job at 4, and it's 3:02. So I have around 40 minutes. I think I can get it done. Yeah, wish me good luck. Alright, I'm gone. I will see you guys Sunday. Actually, yeah, in Sunday's video. That one will be interesting. I don't know what's happening Sunday, but it'll be interesting. Alright, peace.